Since their introduction in early 2018, responsive search ads have got mixed reviews from advertisers. Some advertisers have said that they've worked really well, and other advertisers have been a lot more wary about incorporating responsive search ads into their ad groups. However, going into the year 2020, we're seeing that responsive responsive search ads are not going anywhere. And if anything, they're actually starting to take over. So in this video, I'm going to explain why you definitely need to be using responsive search ads in 2020 and how to get the most out of your responsive search ads. Now, one of the reasons you should be using responsive search ads is that they can have higher click-through rates than expanded text ads. Now, what we saw when they were first introduced was that many advertisers were complaining that the click-through rates weren't as high for the responsive search ads as they were for expanded text ads. But as we've seen Google's algorithm evidently improve for responsive search ads, the click-through rates seem to have got better over time, and I've been noticing more and more advertisers say that they're seeing better results with responsive search ads. Google have also stated that overall, as an average, accounts are seeing between 5% and a 15% proportional improvement in click-through rates when they're using responsive search ads. So it's definitely well worth using. And what we may see going into 2020 is that algorithm will continue to improve and we'll continue to see higher click-through rates when using responsive search ads, which helps with not only getting more traffic, but also improving your quality score and saving money on Google Ads. Now, I've got an anecdotal example here of this in a single ad group, which I'm showing you now, where we can see that there's a single responsive search ad and there's 3 expanded text ads. And we can see here that the responsive search ad has the highest click-through rate with 18% compared to the other expanded text ads which have lower click-through rates. And we can open up that that responsive search ad now and maybe take a look at why that might be. So now that I've opened up this responsive search ad, we can see that within this ad, you can test so much more than you could with an expanded text ad. And this is one of the reasons that you really need to be using responsive search ads. We can see, for example, that there are 15 different headlines that you can test in a responsive search ad compared to only 3 within the expanded text ad. So even if you're using 3 expanded text ads as is recommended, you're only testing 9 different headlines. Also with a responsive search ad, you can test 4 different descriptions, and these will be combined in different variations to find the best combination that works to get that engagement and get clients coming onto your website. There's also recommendations given here, which is very useful on using keywords within your headlines, making sure that each of them are unique. So these responsive search ads are really geared towards getting you that improved performance. Now, another reason why you want to be using responsive search ads is that they may well replace expanded text ads. If we look back, expanded text ads replaced the former standard text ads that were being used. Google's always progressing towards using bigger ads with more data. And responsive search ads are the next part of that evolution. Now, if you're not using responsive search ads and you don't have responsive search ads that are performing really well in your account, then you may get left behind as expanded text ads become less and less used. You want to be taking advantage of them now to make sure that you're ready for that change. Now, one thing that's important to know about responsive search ads is when you click on an ad to view the asset details, the amount of information and data that you're going to get is very limited. So we can see here, these are some of the combinations of headlines and descriptions that have shown from this responsive search ad. And we can see the number of impressions, but what we cannot see is some of the more tantalizing metrics that we really want to see, like the conversions, the conversion rate, the cost per acquisition, the return on ad spend. So we can't see these metrics for these ads. Google kind of holds back that data like its secret sauce. So we're very limited in what we can see, and we're giving up control of the testing to Google. So that's a very important consideration, that although responsive search ads can give you better performance, we are limited in what data we have. Now, another important consideration for responsive search ads is that although they can generate higher click-through rates than expanded text ads, they will not always do this in every campaign, in every account. Sometimes expanded text ads will just perform better. And so it's very, very important to continue testing both ad formats. And what I recommend with doing this is to have within each ad group 1 responsive search ad and 3 expanded text ads. That's what I'd recommend doing. So if we look at this example here, you can see there's a single RSA ad and then 3 ETAs. And that gives you the best of both worlds and allows you to continue testing to see what's working and what's not working. Now, if you're looking to create lots of new responsive search ads, we actually have an ad copy builder template here, which is very useful. And I'll put a link to this in the description of the video. And what it does is it speeds up the process of creating new ads. So you can see within the template, each row indicates a separate ad and all of the different fields that you need. So when you're importing your ads using Google Ads Editor, you have to specify the campaign, the ad group, and then for each ad you can specify the headline 1, headline 2, headline 3, and what this template builder does is shows you the character count of each of those headlines to make sure that you're within your character count. And if you're not within it, then the character will be shown as red, so you know that you need to cut down that headline a little bit to get it to fit. And there's also the opportunity to specify where you'd like to pin headlines, so you can pin them in position 1, 2, or 3. So that's very useful as well. And all of the different parts of the ad are within this template. So you've got description as well. You've got the path and the final URL. And if you want to add new headlines, you can easily do that because, as we know, you can create up to 15 headlines. So you can just add new columns and then add additional headlines that way. So it's very quick and easy to use this. And if you would like to use this, just click the link in the description, and then within your Google Ads account, which is free to set up, just make a copy of this sheet and you can then begin editing. So I hope you find that very useful. So I hope you found that video informative. If you need any assistance in setting up responsive search ads within your account or having your account managed by a specialist, then feel free to get in contact with us at contact@optimizelab.com, and thank you for watching.